Okay, if you're a cleaning professional, you know that your microfiber cloths are probably the most important tools you own. But what happens when they just stop working? Today, we're going to dig into microfiber care, and we're not talking about it like it's just laundry. We're treating it like what it is, critical equipment maintenance. Let's solve this thing. You know the feeling, right? This is the mystery every single one of us has faced. Your cloths come out of the washing machine, they look spotless, they smell fresh, but then you get to the job and they just smear grime around. It's so frustrating. It costs money, and honestly, it makes you look bad. So, what is actually going on here?
Well, here's the big reveal. It's probably not a bad batch of cloths. The real culprit is hiding in plain sight. It's our laundry habits. See, we're using old school rules meant for cotton on these super high-tech tools, and in the process, we are literally destroying them from the inside out.
So, to crack this case, we have to start with the victim. We need to understand what a microfiber actually is. And believe me, it's not what most people think. First things first, let's bust a huge myth. Microfiber isn't a type of material. It's all about the size. It means any synthetic fiber that is incredibly, ridiculously thin. We're talking finer than a single strand of silk. That tiny size is the secret sauce. It's what lets the fibers get into microscopic pores on a surface that other cloths just skim over.
So if it's not one material, what's it made of? Well, professional-grade microfiber is a team, a blend of two different synthetic plastics working together. You've got polyester and you've got polyamide, and they have very, very different jobs.
And this is where it gets really cool. Look at how these two work together. Polyester is the tough guy. It provides the structure, the durability, and it handles heat a bit better. But honestly, on its own, it's not a great cleaner. That's where polyamide comes in. Polyamide is the cleaning superstar. It's super absorbent, it's amazing at grabbing grease, but it's also way more sensitive, especially to heat. And here is the absolute best way to remember this. The polyester is the skeleton. It gives the cloth its strong frame. But the polyamide, that's the muscle and the grip that does all the heavy lifting, soaking up water, grabbing dirt, and yanking grease off the surface. You absolutely need both for the tool to work right. So, now that we know polyamide is our performance hero, we can finally investigate the crimes that are taking it out. These are the old habits that are killing our modern technology. Okay, crime number one, too much heat. For generations with cotton rags, the rule was simple. Boil them clean. 95 degrees Celsius, right? But for microfiber, that is a death sentence. The right temperature is 60 degrees Celsius. Anything higher, and you are literally melting the muscle of your cloth. And just how bad is it? Well, washing your microfiber at 90 to 95 degrees over and over again can slash its lifespan and performance by 30 to 50%. Think about that. You're basically throwing away up to half the money you spent on your tools every single time you crank up the heat. Crime number two, fabric softener. You know, with cotton towels, softener just made them smell nice. But with microfiber, it is a performance assassin. That waxy residue physically clogs all those microscopic gaps between the fibers. It completely destroys their ability to absorb anything. It's like trying to clean up a spill with a candle. And believe me, the list of suspects goes on. Using way too much detergent just leaves a film that blocks absorption. Drying on high heat, that does the exact same melting damage as washing too hot. Throwing them in with cotton towels, now your microfiber is clogged with lint. And, when we often forget, a dirty washing machine just puts all that grime right back onto your supposedly clean tools. Okay, enough of the problems, let's get to the solution. This is the professional's playbook. Simple, clear rules that are going to protect your tools, protect your results, and save you money. And proper care starts before you even turn the machine on. First, you have to sort your textiles. Microfiber and cotton can never, ever be washed together. And for your mops, shake out the loose stuff first. Then, grab a rubber brush and give them a quick once-over to get rid of hair and sand. This tiny step prevents all that gunk from turning into sludge inside your machine. All right, let's talk detergent. The rules are simple. Use a low alkaline detergent and use the right amount. Don't just eyeball it. And here are the two big non-negotiables. Never, ever, ever use fabric softener. And stay away from bleach unless the manufacturer of your cloths specifically gives you the green light. Now for drying. Super simple rule. Low to medium heat. That's it. Just like in the wash, high heat will melt and physically damage those delicate polyamide fibers. And listen, this isn't like a stain you can wash out. This damage is permanent. Once it's done forever.
Now, we've got to talk about the machine itself, because a clean tool needs a clean workshop. Every week, take a cloth and wipe down the rubber seals on the door. This is a prime breeding ground for smelly biofilm, and that stuff will transfer right back onto your clean cloths.
Also, on your weekly checklist, empty and clean out the lint filter. When that thing gets clogged, water doesn't drain properly, and that leads to bad odors and, you guessed it, an even better environment for more biofilm to grow. And then, about once a month, it's time for a deep clean. Run the machine totally empty on a super hot wash, like 90 degrees Celsius, or use one of those dedicated machine cleaning programs. This is what kills all the hidden gunk you can't see.
So, why are we going through all this? You might be thinking, it's just laundry, but it's really not. This is about your professional reputation, it's about hygiene, and it's about your bottom line.
Just look at the payoff when you get this right. The biggest win? Way better hygiene, because your tools are actually truly clean. Of course, your textiles last a whole lot longer, which directly lowers your operating costs. And when you're not constantly throwing away and replacing tools, you're making a much more sustainable choice. It's a win-win-win. And this is the main takeaway. Understanding how to properly maintain your equipment is a core professional skill. This isn't just housekeeping. It's a sign of your competence, your expertise, and your commitment to doing the job right. Let this one sink in, because it says it all. You can use the perfect detergent at the perfect temperature, but if your machine is dirty, you are going to get dirty textiles. End of story. The whole system has to be clean. So that leaves us with one final question to think about. Take a really honest look at your own routines. Are they protecting your investment and your most valuable tools? Or could your old habits be the real solution to the microfiber mystery?